Okay, so welcome to part 2 of how to create a blog article. In this part, it's going to be about adding images. Now I'll show you how I add images, where to go and get it, and how you want to add the image to the website. Alright, so let's just proceed. So there are many free image sites. In fact, if you are a freelancer working with me, then I'll give you a list of sites to go get the image from. You can't just, okay, this is what you shouldn't do, especially if you are helping me out, right? So this is what not to do. All right, you go to Google, you type for an image, you click on images, you see an image, and you copy and paste. That is like the best way to get fired. So don't do that. All right. All of these images, they are copyrighted images. Okay, you can't just take it and use it on your own project or your client's project. Just to give you some additional info, there's usage rights here. Sometimes you can come over here and Creative Commons, and if it's on Wiki, yeah, you can get away with using that, but I don't want anyone to do this. It's a bad habit. So what we want to do is we'll go and get images from the right places. So the right place to get all of this image is actually royalty free stock images. Okay, now Shutterstock, you need to pay 123 RF, you need to pay, yeah, all this you need to pay. The good thing about these sites, we can just have a look. I'll just use the same keyword, foreclosure, since this is a foreclosure project. Image here are pretty good. You can just use these images for you can even use these images for ads. That's how good these images are. But they all cost money. Okay, so if you are a freelancer, I imagine, especially if you are a freelancer on your own, when you're starting out, you don't have that much cash. So maybe all of these premium images, paid images, might not be. You might not have the budget to do that, especially if you don't know how to price your services well enough to cover for that. I mean, I understand, that's how I started. When I started, I can't afford to go and buy these images, and yeah, so the website, the stuff, actually everything looks a bit worse, which is why sometimes you can tell your client, there's the reason why we charge a bit more, so we can use tools and materials we can use paid tools and paid materials. That's the reason why these things, they charge a fee, is because they are just better. Right, so you can see here the images are actually pretty good. Okay, Shutterstock frankly is just a bit better, but here it's okay. It's not the best, but it doesn't cost as much. Okay, 123 RF. It's one of my main sources for images. But if you're going to be a starting freelancer, chances are you're going to use free options like Pixabay. So you can see the images here, just not as good. There's no other way to put it, but it's free. When it's free, you can just it's frankly, to me this is so bad, I don't even know what I can use. When you see these images, they look very nice. These are not Pixabay images. These are, if you click on it, it's for another stock. It's for another website. You have to pay for it. Okay, just to let you know. So let's say you found a nice image on Pixabay. Let's say, okay. So you choose a size to download. Now, if you're going to use it for blog images, you don't need a very, very large size. Typically, anything around 1-200 kilobytes is good. In fact, if the image is very large, the website actually loads slower, and that is a bad thing. So for blog images, use something around 100-200 kilobyte. It's okay, this is like 300 or whatever. It's still better than 600. So what I'll do, I'll just download this. Download. Okay. I guess it's been a while since I downloaded the file here. Save it. Okay. So I've saved this file. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna insert the file over here. So where should I insert the image? Generally, this is a guideline. It's not set in stone, means it depends on the situation. But generally, you want your image to be what we call above the fold. So what does above the fold means? Means when the visitor lands on the page, without scrolling down, they can see the image. It doesn't mean they have to see the whole image, but at least they can see it. Okay, so let me do that again. Over here at the elements, there's an image here. So if you're doing a blog post, you just need to use text editor, heading, image, 3 of it. That's about it. All right. So use image over here, drag and drop. So I'm going to pick the image which I just downloaded. Okay, it's obviously not in this library, so I have to upload it. Let me do that quickly. Okay, so the image has been uploaded. There it is. Okay, this is the most basic requirement, but you know, I don't usually like just do basic. We want to do a good job. So you have to know this website, like what are the keywords they are trying to optimize for. Keywords mean, I mean, this is slowly turning to a SEO class. But what does keywords mean? Means, let's say I'm typing foreclosure. We want this website to rank when somebody is typing for the right keywords. Okay, that's the short version. So since I'm going to try to rank for foreclosure, and this website is foreclosure in Texas. Texas is the state, so I will just say foreclosure in Texas. Okay, this is a very basic way of doing it. There are actually like other ways you want to do it. So, but at the very least, let's say it's going. This article, the keyword is foreclosure in Texas. Then I'll paste it on alt text. I'll use it on title. You don't need to use it on caption. You can use it on description. Okay. But I guess I'll just keep this simple. Okay. So just paste the keyword over here. If you don't know what is the keyword, just ask the person who written the article. Usually they will know what is they will inform you what is the keyword for it. Okay, else with some experience you'll know what type of keyword they are trying to use. Now this is a little tip, even though the article is written here. Okay, but I just give you a tip. If your first paragraph is going to be like not easy to read, if it's not 2 or 3 lines, there's a good chance people are going to skip. So what I want to do is I want to make this paragraph easier to read. So a very simple trick is I'm going to split this paragraph into 2 sections. So I read this paragraph and I know like this is a good place to split it off. Okay, before the last year 1 in 25 Americans. So I'm just going to delete it. Okay, now this is much easier to read. At least it feels easier to read. And I'm just going to do this is something bonus because I want people to continue to read. Now this is where you use a little like copywriting skill, just to tell people what are numbers. So I want to put a small headline here. Yes, I know this is like the headline, but this is like just to make it attract people to keep the attention, because this is, you have to think yourself as the website viewer. When you come to this page, what do you want to see? If you see like all of this text, no image, like chances are people are not going to click people are not going to read it. We want people to stay on the site, we want people to read it. So here are some things that I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to say something that tells them they're at the right place. So okay, so here we say this foreclosure means people losing their house is getting this situation is happening more and more. So you are not alone. Why I use this is because I'm going to say a lot of people have this problem. So yeah, just a simple line, you are not alone, helps to keep people on the website longer. So once I click update, now the image is going to appear here. Okay, and just as a extra step, after you publish a blog post or a landing page, don't just check it on your computer, don't just check it on your laptop, check it on your phone, because most people browse websites nowadays on the phone, so it must look okay on the phone. So don't skip that step. Alright, check your work with that. And this is how I add an image to WordPress, to the WordPress blog. Not only just adding it, I'm also throwing in some optimizations there. Alright, so that is going to be part 2 of a multi-part series on how to create a blog. I hope you find this guide useful. Did it help you solve your problem? Comment below and let me know. Also, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications so you'll be notified every time I share a new video guide about how to work smart and have a good life as a freelancer.